West meets East today in the nation's capital as the Phoenix Mercury seek their second straight win after holding off Chicago on Friday night. Meantime, Washington was on the other side of the coin on Friday, dropping its fifth straight in a loss to Connecticut. We welcome in a new month with the Mercury and the Mystics, and it comes your way next on WNBA Live Access. From Verizon Center, it's WNBA basketball this afternoon. The Phoenix Mercury visit the Washington Mystics. Hi, everyone. With my partner, as always, Christy Winter, Scott Frank Hanran, courtside at Verizon. The Mystics trying to snap a 5-game skid, and the Mercury with a ton of injuries trying to pull off the upset on the road. But first things first, speaking of injury, the Mystics had a very close call Friday night against Connecticut with the status of one Crystal Langhorn.
Well, Crystal Langhorn has not ever been injured while wearing a Mystics uniform, but turned her ankle on Friday evening against the Connecticut Sun right here. It was the right ankle. She did not practice yesterday, but will play today in the game against Phoenix. But very consistent player for Washington. They definitely need her activity on the court.
Somebody else's activity that they need, Christy, is the play of Monique Curry, who is going to start this afternoon against the Phoenix Mercury. She's coming off her best game Friday night in that loss at home to Connecticut.
Well, Monique Curry had 21 points, a season high for her against Connecticut on Friday evening. It's her 7th year in the WNBA. She's the team captain. She moves well without the ball for the Mystics. She attacks the rim, and that's when she's at her best, when she's in her aggressive attack mode mindset. She went to the line 3 times to complete and ones in that game, but she was very efficient from the floor as well. 7 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3. She had 6 rebounds and 2 assists.
Like I said, she will get the start this afternoon and see if she can provide that energy that they desperately need out of the gate. Now, you talk about energy. Phoenix has a young player that has just that.
Oh, Sammy Prahalis is her name, and she is the rookie out of Ohio State. She was the Big Ten Player of the Year last year for Jim Foster, but she has come in expecting to learn from Diana Taurasi, who's been out with the hip flexor in all but 2 games this year, but she has been thrust into the starting position where she has flourished as of late with scoring double figures in the last 5 games and leading all rookies with 5 assists per contest.
No Penny Taylor, no Diana Taurasi, likely no Dupree for the Mercury this afternoon. We'll see how they shake down with the Mystics. Opening tip and your starting lineups come your way next. It's WNBA basketball on a Sunday afternoon. It's the Mystics and the Mercury next. Four and 9 Phoenix taking on the 2-10 Washington Mystics on a incredible weekend in terms of the weather. Looks fine right now, but boy oh boy, over almost 1 million folks without power as the Mystics and the Mercury. And you see Corey Gaines in his 5th season as head coach of Phoenix, as his starting lineup doesn't look as it normally does because of all the injuries. Here is Corey and Phoenix's starting lineup. We talked about Samantha Prahalis in the opening, along with Alexis Hornbuckle, Dewana Bonner, who gets up and down like a cat, Sharday Houston, and Crystal Thomas. For the Mystics, they need to stop this losing skid. It's up to 5. GM and head coach Trudy Lacey looking on as her starting 5. We see Monique Curry getting the nod this afternoon with Crystal Langhorn. And Snow also getting the start up front. Matsia Javon. And also in the backcourt, Shannon Bobbitt. As the Mystics in their home whites and Phoenix in their road purples. The Christy Winter, Scott Frank Handrad courtside as you take a look at the officials: Lamont Simpson, Jeffrey Smith, and Tim Green. And this is a special game here at Verizon. Title IX, as players wore the shooting shirts before the game.
Title IX in its 40th year, celebrating women's athletics and equality for all.
And we have a special guest at halftime, Ann Myers-Drysdale, who now heads up the Mercury, a legend, Hall of Famer. She'll stop by to talk with us. Tip, and it is won by the home team Mystics.
Well, Washington really needs to get out to a quick start. Phoenix played extremely well in Chicago on Friday.
And nice start as Snow with the hook shot.
Post touches. That's what you want to do. That'll help you get jump shots off later. But for Snow to have a good start, that's been good for her.
Without hesitation, Bonner cracking the three, and that's short, and there's Snow with the rebound. So good energy from her early. Mystics up 2-zip.
Well, you have to think that Crystal Langhorne, even though she's on the floor, is not at 100% after tweaking that right ankle on Friday here against Connecticut.
Snow looking, 8 to shoot. Curry gets a screen, looking for Langhorne down low, 2 to shoot. I don't know if she realizes it, she does, and gets it to go. 4-zip Mystics.
Well, C. Lang looks just fine, knocking down the short corner jump shot. She's added so many things to her game over the course of her career. The jump shot from distance being one.
We talked about getting off to a better start, too, for the Mystics. They have struggled out of the gate mightily this year, but a good start here. But nice move from Houston to cut that lead in half.
Well, Sade Houston is coming off of a game where she had 16 points at Chicago on Friday, 4 of 5 from 3. So very productive for her.
Snow active, step through. 4 straight for her.
And a great start by Washington. Their post players very active offensively to begin.
Mystics going woman to woman. Prahalis, who you talked about at the Open, rookie.
I love Samantha Prahalis. You know, when you come in as a rookie, you want to learn under vets like Diana Taurasi, but when they go down with injuries, you've got to be ready, and she welcomes that. She's a fighter.
Houston shot hard off the iron. Mystics back the other way. Ajavon, little hesitation move, baseline, cut off, and kicks it out with 14 to shoot. Curry, 3-ball, hard off the iron. And Hornbuckle going until somebody stops her. And nobody stopped her, but she jacked the 3.
But that doesn't mean you pull up and shoot
Right.
it. You've got to take a little bit more time off the clock and be more deliberate on the offensive end.
That's what Phoenix likes to do, but yeah, even then, that's a bit of a force for their
Right.
offense. Ajavon will tee up a 3. That's way short. And there's Hornbuckle again with the rebound. Nice secondary break. Nobody got back.
And that's what Washington cannot afford to do. They know that Phoenix will push pace. If they get that rebound or a turnover right away, they want to fill the lanes. They had an advantage on all 5 positions that time.
6-4. Off to Ajavon. 5 to shoot. Switched out, Houston's on her. Good hands from Hornbuckle, and that'll be a 24-second shot clock violation. All right, Chrissy, let's take a look at your injury report brought to you by Sibley Memorial Hospital, and it's a laundry list.
It is a laundry list for Phoenix. Candace Dupree with the left knee contusion day-to-day. Nakia Sanford day-to-day, even though she was warming up today. We'll see if she will go. And Penny Taylor, we know that she tore her ACL and is out for not only the Phoenix Mercury season, but the Australian Olympic team as well. And Diana Taurasi with the hip flexor as Bonner gets fouled by Curry.
And for the Mystics, Lacey with the concussion-like symptoms, missing her 2nd straight game. So that hurts in terms of depth in the backcourt. So we take a look at the foul that was just committed.
Right here, Dewana Bonner, coming off of a 27-point game at Chicago, has become the go-to player for Corey Gaines.
I remember when she was a rookie and you were very high on her.
Yes.
And I just looked at her physically and I said, how can she do it? But she obviously can do it and has really made a nice mark in this league.
No question. She's 6'4", 6'5", about 136 pounds. I mean, seriously, but she can get it done. It doesn't matter what her body build is like because you can't measure what her heart holds, and it's a lot of firepower in there. And Dewana Bonner has really stepped up her game this season with all of the injuries. She has been a 3-time 6th player of the year in the WNBA, but now she's a go-to player for Phoenix.
Ball game tied 6 apiece. Langhorne trying to get the Mystics the lead back, got hit by, I think they got Thomas going up. No,
It may have been Houston
yeah.
on her back, yep. Well, Crystal Langhorne is doing a good job in her pursuit of the basketball. I love her reverse pivot here, head fake, and then getting into the body of Sade Houston. Creating that contact is so very important because the contact is going to go on the defense for a foul. If they're out of position, and Langhorne knew that Houston was out of position there and went right for the body.
So Langhorne gets her 3rd point of the afternoon. And when she rolled that ankle Friday, she actually had to leave the court, get it wrapped even more, and came back. It's good to see her out there for the Mystics as she makes both.
No question about it. She had strained her back a little bit last year, missed a couple of games, but other than that, she has been healthy as Prahalis finishes.
Yep. Nicely done. Ties the game back up at 8 apiece. Bobbitt lobs it down low. Easy deuce for Langhorne.
Well, Shannon Bobbitt wants to create offense for her team. She's not only a facilitator, she can score when she needs to, and she's done a good job of dictating that.
Blocked out of bounds by Snow. Weak side help defense, 14 to shoot for Phoenix.
And that's the strong defensive rotation that Washington needs, especially from Michelle Snow. When she is that active, it's going to make Phoenix think second about going in there when she's around.
Prahalis left wing, guarded by Bobbitt. Houston without hesitation, 3-ball. Hornbuckle got inside. The left hand short, and Snow with another rebound.
Well, just right there, Snow changed that shot by Hornbuckle.
Look at Bobbitt's quickness. A beautiful move, but swatted away from Houston. Curry now Bobbitt for 3. Yes, indeed.
And you can say what you want. I'm a fan of Shannon Bobbitt because she knows what the team needs offensively. And she loves the roar of the crowd as well.
Houston, though, answers right back. Cuts that lead to 2.
And Sade Houston, 41% from beyond the arc this season, coming off of a 4 of 5 performance at Chicago from distance.
Snow down low. Curry. Tough shot with the bounce in the one step into the air and scores.
She's at her best when she's attacking the rim.
Under 5 to play first half. The scoop with the right hand, but it's short. Curry off to Bobbitt, 1 on 3. And she'll reset. Bobbitt looking down low, there's Langhorne, turns faces. Doubled. Job from Curry to poke it away. Snow is ready for it, and is that in the act of shooting? We shall see, I think so. Timeout on the court. 4:31 left here, first quarter. Mystics off to a good start, leading Phoenix 15-11. Mystics off to a good start, 15-11. We want to get you involved in this broadcast, get interactive. With more on that, let's head on over to our social media reporter, Casey Phillips.
Well, we know this season the Mystics have struggled with scoring a little bit, so we wanted to find out from you which starter you think needs to have the biggest game offensively to help the team pull out a win. So tweet to me at Casey Reporting, and we'll read some of the answers in the third quarter. Frank, back to you guys.
Thank you very much. So get on Twitter and send it on over. That was the crazy thing about social media. That's how I found out about the big storms that were coming. And
right.
like on, was it Friday night?
Friday,
I thought
right
it was
after the game.
I said to myself, because it's so hot, watch out, power could be lost. I mean, I guess that's possible, but then the big storms came. So get on Twitter and send us your thoughts on that to at Casey Reporting on who needs to step up. We know Langhorne and Curry, but I would tweet Matiajevan needs to score some more. She's been struggling offensively.
She has, and she is a rhythm player. Yeah. She can score in bunches when she gets that first one to fall, but until that first one goes, it's quite a struggle for Matiajevan.
Michelle Snow's going to shoot 2 free throws here. She got fouled before the timeout. And Snow very active early, but she misses the free throw. 2 boards, 4 points for the veteran.
And they will need Michelle Snow to stay aggressive, and I think it's a mindset that's going to fix what's wrong with the Mystics this season. I think they're definitely capable physically, but mentally they all have to be on the same page and get upset about where they are right now in the season before they can make that change.
There's Houston, guarded by Langhorne, 12 to shoot on the lob down. They got the mismatch, but then the triple team, and there's Ajevan. Should be a jump ball. Good defense from Ajevan.
Well, Bobbitt was down in there with Bonner, and I'm sure she was calling for a little help, and help she received from her teammates. Matiajevan digging down for the jump ball. You take a look here. Houston dumps it inside. And then Curry came to the rescue as well from the weak side.
Bonner with the slight height advantage will jump here with Ajevan. Doesn't even give it a contest. And Bonner gets it back. Free throw jumper in and out. And there's Langhorne with that rebound. It's her third of the afternoon.
And Bonner is going to stay aggressive, looking for her shot right away. She's in that 3 position this year. They've rotated her around. Really a versatile player for Corey Gaines.
Second turnover of the game for the Mystics on that one. Bonner, cut off. Left wing Hornbuckle, 7 to shoot. Nice block. Snow gets it blocked, and I think it is Phoenix ball with 2 to shoot. But again, good help side defense.
Well, it was fantastic defensive energy on that possession by Washington. And you could see that they're talking to one another, and that's what helps.
Phoenix will have to shoot it right away, and they do, and they score.
Well, see, that's what's deflating for Washington, having played pretty good defense for 22 seconds of the clock. They get it with 2 seconds, and Houston nails the jumper.
Back to a 3-point lead for the Mystics. Left wing Adjavon, 10 to shoot. Snow looking for the lob down, and knocked out of bounds by Phoenix. Stays Mystics ball, but 6 on the shot clock.
Well, I think that time Crystal Langhorne did have position down low, but Snow would have been better served to throw a 2-hand overhead pass instead of a 1-hand baseball pass that had a lot of air underneath of it.
Bobbitt thinking 3. Step through, got to shoot it at the horn. Short. Snow, another rebound. And they're going to call a push. Good call there as Thomas gets whistled for the bump.
Well, Snow very aggressive on the boards to begin this game. And offensively, as an offensive rebounder, you've got to find your way, make your path to the rim, and count on the defense not moving their feet.
Mystics out rebounding Phoenix 8-3 as Kia Sanford's checked into the game. Nice round of applause, former Mystic, and she's back healthy. Had missed some time with injury.
Well, she missed the last 4 games with a knee contusion, and I spoke with her a little bit prior to the game, and she said she was surprised after she fell down against Tulsa. She got back up the next morning and couldn't move.
Adjavon turns it over, looking for Langhorne, and that is the 3rd of the afternoon.
The Mystics need to play a clean game. If you're going to have a turnover, it can't be one like that.
Bonner got the baseline. The step through off the glass is good.
Well, at 6'4", she is just so fluid with her movements. And that's a tough move to make. That baseline shot, you've got to square your shoulders and put it off the glass.
She's got 4. Langhorne the other way, got hit, score it, and the foul. Strong move to the cup from C. Lang.
Well, Crystal Langhorne is as tough as they come. She fell into the cameras. I think she's okay, but you see Bobbitt here coming off the high screen by Snow. Gets it to Langhorne on that left elbow. She's left-handed, so that's a perfect spot for her. Whenever you see Langhorne go down, especially after Friday, you can hear a collective inhale by the entire crowd here, hoping that she'll get up without limping.
9 points already for Langhorne. Mystics back up by 4. Prahalis step back 3 off. They whistle a foul on the 3-point attempt. I guess Quinn got her on the arm.
Well,
so to shoot 3 is Prahalis.
I love Samantha Prahalis. Her attitude and approach is bold. Right here, I'm going to step back and fire this 3. It doesn't matter that I'm a rookie. It doesn't matter that we have key players out. Wow. She's going to come in and do what she needs to do. She had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in their 3-point win against Chicago on Friday night. But she is just a ball of energy. Plays a lot like Diana Taurasi in terms of her mentality and approach to the game. A lot of moxie.
She got a veteran call on that 3, too. Makes a second. And one more coming, 19-17. That's a thing that just, as a coach, just drives you crazy, those 3-point attempts.
Right.
Where you get whistled for fouling the shooter.
Well, Prahalis is a 91% free throw shooter, so
too,
a player like that, it makes you think twice about doing that again.
19-18. Curry guarded by Bonner, 12 to shoot. On the cut. Langhorne got bumped, score it.
And I like the action that Washington is putting Langhorne in today. Moving without the ball. She doesn't have to bang on the block for position, catching her on the move.
Curry got whistled for the push. As Langhorne now with 11 points already into double figures.
Let's take a look at Crystal Langhorne. Curry has the ball here. She sees Snow filling the ball side block, and here comes Crystal Langhorne with the slice down the lane and the finish.
Got a whistle foul on Bobbitt. She's wondering what the reason for the foul was, but they get her with a personal. Got a load of substitutions coming in as Robinson, Novosel, Wisdom Hilton, and Thomas checking in. Snow, Langhorne, Bobbitt, and Curry will check out.
Keeping players fresh will be a key as well for Washington. They're getting a round of applause for their efforts.
Oh. Free ball from Prahalis is short off the breakdown, and the other way. Thomas off the glass, beautiful fake and score.
Well, Jasmine Thomas has wheels with her. She possesses a great deal of speed, and that's what Washington needs for her to do. Fill the lane on the break and finish.
5 points equals the Mystics' largest lead. A little 2-3 zone. Hornbuckle jumper is off, and Wisdom Hilton rebound on the outlet to Thomas.
Jasmine Thomas had been starting. Bobbitt got the start on Friday. But Thomas,
Novosel, sorry.
oh, it's all right. Thomas is a combo guard, a 1-2 guard, trying to get to the point where she can be that pure point guard.
Quinn got her shot blocked up ahead. Bonner, tough jumper, short, and tipped out of bounds by Phoenix. So it's Mystics ball with 48.7 seconds left.
And Washington needs to execute. That's been the key. We were talking about it a little bit last game about how they're waiting until late in the shot clock to shoot a desperation jumper as opposed to getting something clean out of a deliberately executed offensive set where they can get something going to the rim.
14 to shoot as Quinn will inbound. Thomas will reset, 12 to shoot. On the flash, there's Robinson. Quinn got the step baseline, off the glass. Wisdom Hilton there for the putback.
Strong finish by Wisdom Hilton on the backside. That's why you always have to assume that every shot is a missed shot.
Largest lead of the night for the Mystics, or the afternoon. Prahalis trying to break down Novosel. Hornbuckle for three. It's way off the mark with 10 seconds. They got a 3-on-2 the other way. Thomas to Quinn. The layup is good. Almost lost it, but found it back. Prahalis will try to get one off before the horn sounds. She does, and it's off the iron. Crystal Langhorne of the Mystics off to a great start. Sea-Lang's got 11 points. And probably the finest quarter at home for the Mystics all season long. They've got the 9-point lead, 27-18, as you see Sea-Lang with that jumper. And the Mystics finding the open woman down low. They've got the 9-point lead after 10 minutes of play. Start of the second quarter, Mystics up by 9, 27-18. Never too late to take a look at the keys to the game. Christy, brought to you by Innova Health System. Let's start with the visiting Mercury.
Well, for Phoenix, they want to push the pace, and they need to score quickly under control because of their depth and control the boards. They had a 42-25 advantage in their three-point win at Chicago on Friday. And Chicago was first in the WNBA in rebounding, so that says a lot. And for Washington, defensive transition has got to be at the top of their list. Even without a couple starters, the philosophy hasn't changed. Phoenix wants to push it when they can, and they need to contain Prahalis. She averages 5 assists per game, and most of those are to Bonner, who is third in the WNBA in scoring with right under 21 points a game.
Prahalis so far with 7 points and just 1 assist. Houston's got 7 for Phoenix, but Crystal Langhorne out of the gate with 11 first quarter points, and that's good to see, especially coming off of that ankle, which could have been a lot worse, but she's obviously healthy and putting in work so far.
Absolutely, and that bodes well for Washington's confidence as a team to see her start out in a strong fashion.
There's Prahalis with Houston. Worley's in there. Thomas, Bonner. With 10 to shoot. Worley guarded tightly by Thomas, almost stolen by Quinn. 6 to shoot. Bonner gonna have to go one-on-one with Thomas. Tough defense. And Novosel with the rebound.
Great defense by Washington. Didn't allow any lanes to the rim for Bonner.
Quinn back to Novosel. She can shoot that three. Lost her way inside, but she got bumped.
Novosel trying to find her way, the rookie out of Notre Dame. Got significant minutes on Friday. Had a couple points, but right here, you think she's just a three-point shooter, so you're gonna close in tight on her, and that's when she can get by you and attempt to finish.
12 to shoot, there's Thomas. High screen for Robinson. Pull up Jay, short. And Prahalis with the rebound. Largest lead of the afternoon for the Mystics at 9. Lob down, Bonner got position and scores off the glass.
Well, they're counting on that mismatch occurring, and that time the double team didn't come fast enough to help Jasmine Thomas, who had switched on to DeWanna Bonner.
Thomas, second-year player, we got an offensive foul. Looks like Robinson for clearing out. That's turned over by the Mystics, their fourth.
Well, Robinson got into the body of DeWanna Bonner, who took some time collecting herself after the collision.
Mystics going a little full court pressure. Prahalis double teamed and beats it, gets it over. To Bonner. Well, she got away with the travel.
Yeah.
But turned it over. Thomas doesn't see Prahalis, who picks her pocket. Turns it over. Houston. Scoop pass. Bonner, Jay is good.
Well, Samantha Prahalis doesn't get the assist on that play, but she should, because she made that happen with her defensive pressure on the defensive transition against Jasmine Thomas.
You see the turnovers, 5 for the Mystics, just 1 for Phoenix. Quinn off the screen. Short. Houston with that rebound. Two-woman game out top. Beautiful lob down, but Bonner can't finish. 4 on 3. Mystics have numbers if they want. And that's going to score it, and 1.
Well, that's what happens when you run your secondary break in your lane. You don't want to crowd your teammates. You want to have good angles for passes like that. You see Jasmine Thomas, her eyes are up. Quinn's eyes are up. She sees Ashley Robinson filling the lane right down the middle, right at the rim, going to the line to complete the and 1.
So for Robinson, her first 2 points of the afternoon off the bench, trying to make Phoenix pay for that foul. And she does.
And Robinson, her minutes have been a little up and down. She's trying to prove herself out here on the court as well. And that'll help her if she can stay active on the fast break like that.
Gray Lawson, who's just checked in off to Houston. Her 3 ball is errant. And Novosel with the rebound. Here comes a rook looking for somebody. Off to Robinson. Wisdom Hilton somehow, some way got wide open down low. Gets hit and she'll shoot 2. A little miscommunication with Phoenix underneath.
Yep. Well, Lindsay Wisdom Hilton does a tremendous job of getting Avery Worley off of her feet and then getting into the body as Worley was making her way back down to the ground. Smart play by her.
So 2 shots coming up for Wisdom Hilton. This is the first. And as a team so far, 5 of 7 from the free throw line for the Mystics.
And this is Wisdom Hilton's first time to the line this season, and she splits the pair.
Nicely done. I had no idea.
First time.
Worley on the kick. Houston, another 3. That's short, and Novosel collects a loose ball. 3 on 2. The distance, Novosel off the glass.
Natalie Novosel She is a tough-minded, competitive young woman who missed a couple chippies on Friday, just like that, but got that one to go.
Her first deuce, Gray Lawson without hesitation. And it's knocked out of bounds off Phoenix. As you can see, Phoenix's MO is just keep shooting threes.
Right. Fire it up there.
Yeah.
They did a good job of knocking them down on Friday.
11-point lead. Phoenix going a little 2-3 zone. Quinn's going to try to make him pay. That's way short. Outlet pass deflected by Wisdom Hilton. Novosel on the jump to Wisdom Hilton. Secondary break. Good hesitation. Thomas. Wisdom Hilton got it knocked out of bounds. And it will stay DC ball 16 on the shot clock.
Well, Washington has done a good job of keeping their hands up and active. They don't just turn and run to get back on defense. They're shadowing the rebounder a little bit, and that time it paid off with a deflection.
Nakia Sanford checking back in. Orley comes out.
Nakia Sanford spent 8 seasons here in Washington. Has a lot of fans here. I saw her talking to a lot of people prior to the contest.
Good entry pass from Quinn off the ball fake, and back to the line is Wisdom Hilton.
Sharday Houston picking up her 3rd foul. That's pretty critical in terms of their depth, only having 8 healthy players. And Houston being a key cog the last couple of games, supplying much needed offense.
All right, one more coming. And she makes them both.
Houston stays in the game. And Corey Gaines has to trust his players, even with the foul trouble, because of that depth issue.
Again, largest lead for the Mystics. Novosel with the quick hands. 1-on-2 the other way. Left-handed, scores it off the glass.
Nasty. Natalie Novosel with the finish. She had to give Bonner a little head fake. She knows she's long and lanky.
She's got 4 off the bench. Gray Lawson may have gotten away with an offensive foul. Bonner with the putback, off balance off the glass.
She is just determined. 2 words when asked how she's transitioned into becoming a go-to player: poise and focus. That play, she was poised and focused.
On the skip. Thomas can't get it to fall down. Baseball pass to Bonner. Chest pass to Houston. Misses the layup, but she got hit. But she's going to shoot 2. Timeout on the court with 5:16 left. The Mystics getting some help off the bench from the rookie, Natalie Novosel. Quick hands and the ability to use that left hand over the much taller player. Mystics up by 13. Natalie Novosel and the Mystics up by 13 midway through this second quarter, as you see number 20 right there providing some very good minutes off the bench.
Natalie Novosel only had 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting on Friday night, but today she's got her confidence going, and she's getting it done with deflections on defense, getting out on the break and finishing for Washington. Natalie Novosel 2 for 2 this evening in only 6 minutes of play. She's got 4 points, so she needs to maintain that focus and energy. I know she was disappointed in the shots that she missed on Friday against Connecticut. A couple layups, a couple makeable wide open shots. You could see that she was disappointed after she missed those. So she's a competitive player. She wanted to come back today and play very well, and that's what she's doing.
So out of the timeout, Houston's going to be shooting 2 free throws for Phoenix, that is. As the Mystics go back with a new 5 on the court. So it looks like Trinity Lacey's almost going in waves of substitutions in terms of just 5 on, 5 off. So Ajibon's in there with Curry, Snow, Bobbitt, and Langhorne. This was the original starting 5.
Well, sometimes you have to do that to create that chemistry in practice. Those may be the teams that she works with. So they've developed the most chemistry with one another.
Houston makes them both, 37-26. 2-3 zone look by Phoenix.
Well, they're trying to slow things down. Bobbitt recognizes this and calls out his zone set.
10 to shoot. Curry with 6. Picks up her dribble on the skip. Ajavon steps into that 3. Got it and count it. We'll see what the foul is. If Sanford hit her, or was it a foul on Sanford pushing Snow? Yeah, absolutely. It was, I guess the explanation is Sanford push. Well, Snow is at the free throw line. Okay, she's going to shoot one. Let's take a look.
Right, against the zone, you want to throw a skip pass. And you want that back line of offense to set a screen on that back line of defense, and that's what Snow was doing. Sanford was trying to push through that screen, which you cannot do. The screen can't move, but you can. You've got to move your body to get around that.
So Snow is going to be shooting one free throw after Ajavon hits a 3, and that's her first 3 points of the afternoon.
And that's sometimes all she needs to fuel the fire.
Snow looking for her 6th point, and she gets it to go. Again, matches the largest lead, and look at Ajavon, look out. Gray Lawson, I think her knee got Ajavon. 5 on 4 the other way, and Sanford scores off the glass.
Well, nice look inside to Sanford, and that's the time you want to attack, when the defense is filtering in, and that's why it's so important for Washington to be back and be ready defensively, not just to have your body back there, but to be in defensive position.
In zone from the Mercury. Curry lost it. Bodies on the deck. Look at that play from Gray Lawson to Bonner for the lay-in.
Nice hustle play by Gray Lawson, who was drafted by Washington,
right.
The 30th pick overall in 2010, but she was let go right before the final roster was set that year.
Mystics want to call a timeout. And we'll take one as well with 4:08 left, second quarter. The Mystics up by 11, 41-30. Mystics up by 11 before Trudy Lacey had to call timeout to regroup because the Mystics lead was at 15 at 1 point. All right, fans, join us for the annual Mystics Camp Day, July 10th, 11:30 a.m. when the Mystics host Connecticut. And every camp receives a noise maker. Tickets start as low as $12. Call 877-DCU1 or visit WashingtonMystics.com today to purchase those tickets. As the Mystics went bound with Curry, Snow, Langhorne, Ajavon, and Bobbitt. Prahalis is back in there. So is Thomas, Sanford, Bonner, and Gray Lawson. Bobbitt lost it off her leg and turns it over. 7th turnover of the afternoon.
Washington needs to make sure that they don't let the turnovers pile up. It was a good aggressive move, but I think Bobbitt needed to have a purpose with that move.
Oh, Bobbitt's on the floor. She gets back up. Bonner whirling, throws up a shot. I think she got hit on the head, and she's going to shoot 2. But like you said, size doesn't matter. You just see how she's able to create her own space.
And she's very smooth with her body. She understands where she's going when she has the ball, and I think all post players need to have that step-through move, especially if you're long and lanky like that, when that one step that you take is 2 or 3 of your opponents.
Bonner now with 13 points. As Quinn's going to check in for Curry. Comes out with 3 personal fouls, so that's big for her. So Curry, after that big night against Connecticut, only 2 points here in the first half.
Right, she had 21 points on Friday against Connecticut, but Monique Curry needs to maintain her consistency as well for Washington to be successful.
Leads down to 9. Phoenix going back to woman-to-woman defense, 12 to shoot. Snow sets that screen. Quinn, wild shot, and they're going to whistle a foul on Phoenix. That was fortunate for Quinn to get bailed out on that one, and she's going to shoot 2.
It was, because she tried to turn the corner and caught the hip of Nakia Sanford defensively, and she was just out of position, and that's why she was called for that foul. But Noelle Quinn, I'm sure she was trying to get all the way to the rim, but had to pull up.
So 2 coming up for Quinn. Misses the first. Let's take another look at the whistle.
Well, you see Quinn right here receiving a screen from Snow, but the help defense was there by Nakia Sanford, who was surprised by the call.
She can't believe it. She's like, you gotta be kidding me. But Mystics getting 1 or 2 on that one. Up to 10 again. Prahalis thinking 3. Deep deuce. Scores it. And what's the whistle? 1 free throw coming up for Phoenix as Ajavon got whistled for grabbing somebody and pushing them.
Yes, I think it was on the box out, and you can't displace players. And I think there was a miscommunication on what defense Washington was in. I think they were trying to be in a zone, but I think Bobbitt was playing man-to-man, and that's exactly where the shot came from, where Bobbitt needed to be if they were supposed to be in a 2-3 zone.
Free throw was good, so the lead is down to 7 off that 3-point play. Snow. Quinn rises high. Put back is good.
Strong finish by Quinn in her 6th season in the WNBA.
Gray Lawson quickly the other way. Prahalis deep J is hard off the iron. Look at Sanford, and she gets whistled for the foul. And she can't believe it.
Oh, we miss Nakia here in D.C. The reactions. She's such a passionate player, but she was just
She's actually lucky she didn't get a technical foul just for the reaction.
Yeah, it was.
She would make a great silent film actor because she doesn't say anything. She just. But that was classic.
That's right. Yeah, she had that incredulous look at the official. Couldn't believe that one.
And the Mystics are in the penalty, so they're shooting free throws here. 2:53 left. As Quinn to the free throw line, and she makes the first. She's got 6 points off the bench.
Well, this is the first game that Quinn has not started for Washington, had started the previous 12 games. Came in off the bench today, has played 8 minutes. 2 for 6 from the floor for her.
And Sanford, by the way, has gotten to take a seat. She's got 4 personals, and it's still about 3 minutes left, second quarter. Gray Lawson pushing that pace. 10 to shoot for Phoenix. Bonner on the double. Turnaround Jay's way off. Thomas grabs the board and off and running on the Mystics. Find ahead to Ajavon. Tipped out of bounds by Bonner. Stays Mystics ball.
It was a very ambitious play. Had that connected, and it's a good pass only if it's caught and finished.
Thomas, 15 to shoot off to Ajavon. Tightly guarded by Gray Lawson. Forces it up short, and Gray Lawson with the rebound. Bonner, 2 on 3. She'll hold it up.
Mattia Ajavon needed to pass that ball and make the defense work a little bit more than that.
Prahalis hesitation with the dish to Bonner for 2.
That's why I said most of her 5 assists per game go to Bonner, who's averaging 20 points per contest. And that one was as pretty as they come. You've got to cut off the baseline as a defender.
Quinn got hit, score it.
Well, that's about enough emotion from Quinn as I've seen all season from her. Get into the line to complete the and one. Took the hit as Ajavon finds her in the mid post. She has Prahalis on her. Prahalis broke the plane, didn't have her hands straight up, but had her hands towards Quinn's shoulder where she made the contact.
3-point play for Quinn. She's got 10 off the bench. Prahalis quickly the other way. Good D by the Mystics. Oh, but they overplay Thomas, who scores.
Well, that's why you have to contain Prahalis. You have to fan her to the corners and not allow her into the paint. They did a good job there, but then you have to put pressure on the ball so she can't make easy passes like that.
Lead is 10. There's Snow. Trying to go one-on-one. Got away with one. No, she didn't. She did. She traveled. Turned over by DC. 8th turnover of the afternoon. Wisdom Hilton's going to check back in. Worley Gets it into Prahalis. As Novosel's back in there with Thomas, Wisdom Hilton, Robinson, and Quinn. A lot of different looks from the Mystics. Prahalis, bit of a force on that three. Look out. Miscommunication on the outlet. Gray Lawson, though, amongst the trees will reset. And then Bonner quickly jacks a three. Hard off the iron, and good hustle by Phoenix, but Worley was on the sideline, rather. So it's Mystics ball.
Avery Worley has been a key piece and probably playing more minutes than she would have without all the injuries. But she's a rookie out of Liberty. Has come in and done a great job, averaging 4 points and second on the team in rebounding with 6 a game.
Thomas lost it right to Wisdom Hilton. Her jumper's short. Under a minute to play. 10-point lead for the home team. Prahalis, hesitation. Got her pocket picked by Wisdom Hilton. And it's knocked out of bounds by Phoenix, but that's quick hands.
It's feisty defense by Washington, and that's why they have this 10-point lead, because of how well they're playing defense, and they are productive on the offensive end. They were getting stops on Friday, but they weren't knocking shots in, shooting under 35% for the game.
Novosel, ball fakes, got hit, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws. As Gray Lawson got whistled. Good ability to ball fake that three and drive around Gray Lawson, who was on her heels. So Novosel will shoot 2 with 25-6 left.
Well, that's the beauty of a three-point shooter. People are going to play up on you, but you've got to understand with Natalie Novosel, she can also put it on the deck and get by you. She can go 1-2 dribble pull up. She can get all the way to the rim, and she can knock down the three. So you don't want to be just one kind of player. You don't want to have that specialty. While it helps you at times to be that, if you can have all of that in your bag of tricks, you're going to get on the floor a lot. And she's a rookie, so she's trying to learn the speed of the WNBA game.
1-2. And Corey Gaines wants a quick timeout to set something up here. With 21.1 seconds left, first half. We'll keep it right here. Mystics with 50 in this first half. We know Phoenix is not known for their defense, but still, for the Mystics to put up 50, and you got C. Lang with 11. Good contributions with Quinn with 10.
Well, the Mystics average a league-low 68 points per game. So for them to have 50 points right now, right at the cusp of having 60 points, they can get that in the third quarter. That bodes well for them. And like I said, they're making shots today. They're shooting 55% from the floor here in this first half. And that's been the difference. They've been able to get defensive stops, but they haven't consistently been able to score on the offensive end, and that's why they have this lead.
All right, Mystics fans, looking for a great way to bring your family to the game. Papa John's Family Fun Packs are available. All Mystics home games packages start at just $44. Include 4 tickets and coupons for 2 large free pizzas. Redeemable online at papajohns.com. For more information, call 1-877-DC-HOOP1 or visit WashingtonMystics.com. So Corey Gaines wants to X and O a little last-second shot here. They can hold it for one with 21.1 seconds left in this second quarter.
Well, Corey Gaines has admitted that Duana Bonner is their go-to player, but Samantha Prahalis is not far behind. So he's probably going to go to one or the other of those 2 players.
All right, so Phoenix will inbound sideline left. Gray Lawson smacks the leather, looked in. Finally gets it into Bonner. Guarded by Quinn. Bonner, tough shot, and we got an offensive foul. Novosel comes over and takes a charge.
Well, Natalie Novosel doing her due diligence on defense, rotating over and taking the hit from Bonner. I think they're trying to check and see if her feet were outside of the restricted area. Semicircle, yes, she was definitely out of there, so I don't know if they need to check that or not. But a superb play by the rookie, Natalie Novosel, on taking that charge. Oh, they changed it.
Well, this is why I absolutely can't stand instant replay, because you could say, well, let me challenge that because clearly it was an offensive foul. That is not right.
Well,
and the fact is the ref called the offensive foul right away, and then they met and they changed the call. And that's the kind of stuff that just drives me nuts.
Right, well, they needed to take a look at
this
the
is
replay here. Novosel clearly in position to take that charge, but they didn't look at the replay of it, and they just switched it. And I could see if you come over and take a look at the replay and then change it because, okay, her foot was inside the semicircle or she was moving, but you can't make that judgment call without reviewing it, in my opinion.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Mystics. 50-41 as Thomas gets the ball knocked out of bounds with 4.5 seconds left. But that's why I just think they should just get away with instant replay. It doesn't make any sense.
But if you take a look here, Jasmine Thomas trying to turn the corner. She gets by, and the ball just gets flicked out by Worley.
On the lob, Robinson can't finish, but it's kneed out of bounds by Phoenix with 1.1. Because people will argue, well, we need instant replay to get it right. Well, that wasn't right. So then what are you doing? You see what I'm saying?
Right. You have to ask for it to be reviewed.
We could go on and on about this, but to me, that's always underrated. Well, it's the last minute you can review it. Well, every minute's important. It's not just the last. Robinson with 1.1 at the horn. Can't get it to fall down as the Mystics, very good half. They're up by 9, 50-41 over the Phoenix Mercury. As our Casey Phillips is standing by with Crystal Langhorn. Casey.
All right, so Crystal, I think you're playing the first half kind of answers my question, but how's your ankle feeling?
It's feeling a little bit better. It's still a little stiff, but Naveen helped me out and got me ready for the game.
You guys seem to be clicking offensively more than recently. So what do you really think what has really caused that for the team?
You know, we've just been working on the offense, and we're getting good shots, we're getting good looks, and we're being aggressive.
And there are still a few turnovers, a few things happening. What do you think those things are you're going to really have to watch out for to make sure this lead doesn't slip away?
Just keep being aggressive on offense and keep playing our defense and rebounding the ball well.
All right, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Casey, thank you, and thanks to Crystal. Good half for the Mystics. They lead by 9 as they're trying to snap this 5-game losing skid. Thanks to plays like this from Natalie Novosel, the Mystics with that 9-point lead. Can they contain it? We'll find out. Halftime festivities coming your way next. Mystics with a 9-point lead, 50-41 at halftime. Actually, the most points in a first 20 minutes of play for the Mystics all year, so they were hot from the outside and inside as we take a look at your first half highlights. As the Mystics taking on the Phoenix Mercury, they had to get off to a better start, Christy.
They did, and they've out-rebounded Phoenix in the first half, 19-11. But right here, you see Phoenix hustling on the ground. Alexis Gray-Lawson getting it to Bonner for the finish. And then Prahalis getting 2 feet into the paint with the smooth dish to Bonner as she drifts along the baseline for the flip-in. And right here, Bonner, when she gets ahead of steam, you got to watch out because she's long and lanky. She can get in there. And Bobbitt finding Langhorn on the move. Left-hander on the left side, 2 points and going to the line. Crystal Langhorn did a good job of moving well without the ball as, again, she slices down the lane for the finish for Washington. Langhorn 4 for 4 from the floor in the first half for 11 points.
First half stats as you take a look there. Turnovers, Mystics actually had a lot more, but that didn't matter because they were shooting the ball a little bit better from 3-point range. Anything else get you there in that first half?
Well, I like the 11 assists on 11 made field goals for Washington. They're clicking. Now they need to continue with their defensive energy to get things going on offense and continue to make shots.
Can Phoenix win 2 in a row? Can the Mystics snap this 5-game skid? Second half straight ahead. It's the Mystics and Phoenix, 50-41. DC up by 9.
B.
Planning to count on coming into this season.
Well, we have played a lot of games, and it has helped. I got people playing out of position, but they're getting better at it as we go. We won a game last night, the other night, and it's helping them. They're learning on the road.
And then I know allowing 50 points in the first half was probably not part of the game plan. So what are some of the things defensively you've been telling your team to look for?
Well, to be honest with you, we used to allow that all the time, but we would have 60.
So that's part of it. So then, okay, how are you guys planning on countering offensively in the second half?
We're going to come out with a more defensive intensity.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Okay.
Back to you guys, Frank.
All right, thank you. As the Mystics have a 9-point lead, and I love the honesty. Hey, usually we just try to outscore our opponent. Defense isn't the biggest factor for us, but yeah, he said we got to step it up, obviously, in the second half. As again, the Mystics with the 50 points, most for them in the first half this season. Can they sustain it in the second half? Because if you look at right now, Quinn's got 10 off the bench. Langhorn, they only have 2 players in double figures, but everybody's contributing so far.
And that's why they need to continue to have that collective team effort on the offensive end. But I think it comes first collectively on the defensive end, because Washington has been very energetic and precise in their defensive sets, and they've been very active, getting live ball turnovers and turning them into quick, fast break buckets. Where Washington has 11 fast break points, and Phoenix only has 6.
All right, Phoenix to start the third quarter with Christy Winter-Scott, Frank Hanran courtside. 9-point lead for the home team. Houston right wing, 15 to shoot. Ball fake. Prahalis turned it over after Thomas couldn't corral it. Bob at front court. There's C. Lang, 11 in that first half with a right hand off the glass.
That's the lefty going to her right hand, finishing strong over Sharday Houston. Very aggressive again, going to the basket for Crystal Langhorne. Has been profitable for the Mystics.
Langhorne's got 13. Houston continues to struggle from beyond the arc, now 1 of 5. Azervon thinking now off to Langhorne. Jumper, why not?
Crystal Langhorne 6 of 6 from the floor. Focused action for Crystal tonight.
Leads back up to 13. Largest was 15. Houston, ball fakes. Dips back, throws it off the window, no good. Snow, another rebound. She's got 5. And almost turned over as Hornbuckle into the seats.
She was up to the 5th row. Her momentum carried her up the steps. But Hornbuckle, a tough defender, drafted to Detroit.
That's right.
Coming out of Tennessee. Back in 2008, she was the 4th overall pick. And it was because of defensive plays like that. She just gets after it.
Langhorne tries another one, short. And Bonner with the rebound. She leads Phoenix with 18 points. Almost a quiet 18. Prahalis, the floater. Good box out from Curry. Langhorne pushes it up to Bobbitt.
If Prahalis had put that on the glass, that would have gone. She had the right height on that. Put it up like a floater, but she needed to use the backboard.
Snow, Curry for 3, short. And Bonner with the rebound.
And Curry was 50% from 3 on Friday against Connecticut. 2 of 4. She needs to keep shooting that shot.
Houston somehow got it inside and scores. That was too easy.
Right. If someone's in front of you, you need to push them under the basket so the ball comes to your hands. You can't allow someone with rebounding position to keep it.
54-43, Langhorne, baseline on the kick. The extra look, Azervon. 6 to shoot. Gotta force the 3 and got it.
Well, I thought Monique Curry had the shot from that same spot right before she threw it to Mathieu Angevin, who nailed one.
Leads back up to 14. Angevon's got 6. Hornbuckle got Angevin to bite on the J, but she can't finish. And Langhorne pulls the rebound down. Ahead to Angevin. Got some confidence and some steam. Kick out, Curry for 3. Way short. Bonner off to Houston. 2-on-2. Houston, the crossover dribble with the left hand. Boy, that is not easy to do, but she just did it.
No, it's not. She is so strong and quick with her movements, especially with the ball. And once she has that half step on you, you're done.
It's a very difficult move to put it up. 13 points for Houston. Angevin stepping through off the window, but she got hit. And she's going to shoot 2 free throws. Take a look at that move by Angevin.
Well, here's Mathieu Angevin with the smart play, going up and underneath Hornbuckle's arm to create that contact to get to the line for 2.
So Angevin to shoot a pair here, and she's got 7 points now.
And let's take a look at Sharday Houston right here. She's coming right at you. Crystal Langhorne turns her feet the wrong way, which allows the opening for Houston to finish. Now, Houston has shaved her head in support of her mom, who is suffering from breast cancer. So she's a tough player out of UConn, has had a fantastic career, was at Minnesota last year for the championship.
Turned over Bad entry pass from Houston, 59-45. Only the 6th turnover by Phoenix. Mystics have 9.
The Mystics need to maintain good spacing on the offensive end, getting good angles for passes, and try again to connect with Langhorne on the move.
Snow with the jumper. Tipped out, controlled by Houston. Prahalis with the spin dribble. Pounded by Bobbitt. Hornbuckle, quick pass. Thomas wasn't ready for it. Wow, Houston says, I'll just twist it, and it goes down.
My goodness. Sade Houston unconscious with that 3. Great look by her.
She's got 16 points. Keeps Phoenix very much in striking distance. 59-48. Ajavon, 8 to shoot. Little hesitation move that she does so well, but the jumper is way short.
Well, she was off balance when she took that shot, fading to the side. That's a tough shot to make.
Hornbuckle lost it. And we'll see whose ball it is. As Robinson will check in for Snow. 59-48. Mystics on top. Bobbitt, Curry, Langhorne, Ajavon, and Robinson now back in there. There's Bobbitt thinking. Handoff Curry for 3. It's way short. Curry's struggling today. She wanted the foul, but that's for Curry. She's now 1 of 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3-point range.
Yeah, it did look like Bonner got her hand after the release, and that's your follow-through. So it turned her follow-through just enough.
Coming up on 5 to play, 3rd quarter. Got the step for Hollis off the glass.
Well, that's why you have to contain Prahalis. You can't let her in the lane with the ball. She's either going to draw the defense and kick to find an open player on the weak side or finish just like that.
Prahalis now with 11, so 3 Mercury in double figures. Langhorne trying to get it with the right hand, can't get it to go down. Off of Phoenix. It will stay Mystics ball. We've got a timeout on the court. As Houston trying to help Phoenix stick around and stay in this one. As she dials it up from distance. 9-point lead for the Mystics. Mystics enjoy a 9-point lead, 59-50. Of course, we want to get you involved interactively on the social media webs. With our social media update, let's send it on over to Casey Phillips.
Well, earlier in the game, we asked you which Mystics player you thought needed to have the biggest offensive game this game to help the team win. Now, we got from ISP Ben 86. He thought Monique Curry needed to show a big second half to prove why she deserved to start, and I'm sure Coach Lacey is thinking the same thing. Frank, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, just 2 points for Mo, struggling a bit from the field, but the other players are picking up the slack so far, like Quinn, who's inbound. She's come off the bench with 10. So Mystics inbound, and it's turned over. That's not what you want out of the timeout, and nobody's going to stop Houston. Wild layup is no good, and Wisdom Hilton gathers the rebound off to Quinn, off to Thomas, who's checked in.
Well,
Knocked out of bounds.
Excuse me, Frank. Natalie Novosel is also in the game in her 9 minutes in the first half. She was very productive. 5 points for her on 2 of 2 shooting. So she's in right now, and she could get some shots in for Washington in this 3rd quarter.
There she is. And she, right on cue, knocks down the 3. Leads back up to 12 as Novosel has 8 points. There's a reach in on Robinson.
Well,
But yeah, maybe Novosel's really starting to find her way here.
Well, I always thought I had ESP, but thank you, Natalie Novosel, for proving that to be true. But right here you see Robinson with too much contact. You've got to stay nice and loose as a post defender and move your body to get around.
Houston comes out as she gets a breather with 16 points. Top circle now is Prahalis, 13 to shoot, looking for the back door. Decides to shoot it herself and scores.
And then she smiles right after. See, that's the moxie I'm talking about. A rookie coming in, knocking down a shot when her team needs it and giving the wry smile afterwards.
Novosel, baseline left, got her pocket picked, and then she knocks it out of bounds, so that's a turnover. Phoenix ball. The 3:47 left third quarter.
It's got to be the defensive energy that sustains itself for Washington in this quarter, not to allow Phoenix to get back in it.
Uh-oh, somebody's starting to feel it.
She is, and that's a player you need to crowd when she has the ball and be ready to move your feet, because she has that explosive first step, but she can also nail the three.
Prahalis, she has 16 points now, first three of the evening. Thomas can't get it to go off the glass, but she'll shoot two.
Right here you see Jasmine Thomas, and she was so good at doing this a couple seasons ago at Duke, and then last year, her rookie season, was trying to feel her way through. The last 10 games or so, she was a starter for the Mystics and went overseas and played in the Czech Republic, where she gained some confidence. But that's her move, a 1-2 dribble pull-up, and she doesn't have to be necessarily squared up to the hoop to make it, even though she got contact to knock her out of position.
1 of 2, and Thomas misses it, but Prahalis didn't box her out. Quinn with the jumper, and that's no good. Rebounded by Bonner. I just realized Prahalis wears 99. Is there any reason why she wears 99? Any idea? Bonner? I'm sure there is. Gotta be. Missed it. And here comes the Mystics.
99 problems. I don't know.
That's an offensive foul. Because I don't think you're allowed to wear that in college. That could have been.
Right, for the officials to call.
You got to do the two hands 9 times. So foul on Robinson, turned over by the Mystics. It's an 8-point lead. It's just a very hairy lead right now, as Mystics have been in control all ball game, but Phoenix has been hanging around. Again, no Diana Taurasi, no Candace Dupree, no Penny Taylor, but this rookie trying her best to keep him in it, and she hits it another one.
There she goes again.
There's number 99 with her 18th point. Lead is down to 6. Thomas finds Robinson. Turnaround jumper, hard off the iron, right in the hands of Novosel. Step through, nice look for Quinn. Ball got rejected, and Wisdom Hilton got her shot blocked. And Bonner ahead to Phoenix. This is exactly how Phoenix likes to play. Just make it helter-skelter. Lawson. Thomas got her shot blocked by Robinson.
Well, you were talking about Samantha Prahalis and wearing
our crack research staff already on the case.
Yes, and there's no significance, she said, because no one else had it. She wanted to be an original. So.
Because you hear the stories about baseball players who get those numbers in the minors, thinking that they'll never make it, like 72, and they make it. So they say, I'll stick with that number. But she obviously was going to make it and just took 99. 2-on-1 the other way. Quinn. Fouled, scoring on 99.
And Quinn has come into this game off the bench. Her first game as a non-starter for Washington. But sometimes it takes that to get you focused and ready to go. Quinn right here with the knockdown. She says, yes, sir, with both fists. Ready to go back to the line, where she's 4 for 5 this evening.
She's got 12, so trying to get that lead back up to 9, and she does not. And look at that hustle play there by the guard. Whirling Dervish, great handle. Bobbitt's all over her.
And she's putting on a display.
Yeah.
And Bobbitt saying, bring it on.
5 to shoot. She's eating up the whole shot clock and then turned it over. 3-on-2 the other way. Bobbitt. Great look underneath. Hilton for 2.
I think Shannon Bobbitt was running back up the court, pointing at herself, saying, I'm that girl. As she was on that play. The nice pass to Wisdom Hilton.
Beautiful find. 10 to shoot for Phoenix. Momentum back to DC. Gray Lawson using the size advantage, can't get it to fall down. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Mystics lead by 10.
Well, basketball is a game of runs, obviously. But Phoenix had that flurry of points at the end of their game in Phoenix, with Prahalis scoring 7 points in 2 minutes.
Wisdom Hilton got hit going up. She'll shoot 2.
Points. So they've got to be able to withstand and sustain themselves in terms of their focus. But right here, Wisdom Hilton gets hit on the shot. And even though Worley was straight up, her body wasn't in good position. You've got to go ahead and have your shoulders squared to the offensive player with both hands straight up.
Wisdom Hilton stuck on 7. She misses that first one. Hornbuckle's back in there. Corey Gaines giving Bonner a little rest here for the last couple minutes.
And that's a smart move. They don't have a lot of depth. Bonner plays the most minutes in the WNBA with 36 a game.
Gray Lawson got budged by Bobbitt. She gets whistled. .35 seconds left, third quarter. Thomas inbound. Look out. Good hands.
Oh, hey. I'll shoot it next time.
That was nose for the ball.
Better put my hands out. I knocked my drink over, so I had to save my drink. I'll shoot it next time.
13 to shoot. Gray Lawson tightly guarded by Bobbitt. Now 7, Houston. Watch out. She's looking to shoot it here. There she goes. And there it goes in.
She is just on fire this evening. Her career high is 26 points. She got that twice in her career.
She's got 19. Bobbitt, hesitation off the glass is good.
Strong take by Bobbitt.
She's got 5. 3 seconds left, and is that an offensive foul on Gray Lawson? Mystics have time here. 3.7 seconds left.
Well, Shannon Bobbitt making pivotal plays for Washington down the stretch here in the third quarter on both ends. She knocks down that shot in traffic at 5-2, taking a charge.
There she is, 2 seconds. The one-legged 3 just falls off to the right. The Mystics getting help from everybody this afternoon. They've got a 9-point lead. That's where it was at halftime, 69-60. The Mystics pushing it with Bobbitt with the beautiful find. Wisdom Hilton and the Mystics up by 9.
LBB.
So you also get to meet yours truly.
Yes.
I've retired from doing the camps.
Oh no! Well, we had a great week up at the Key School in Annapolis last week, and this week coming up, we'll be right here at the Verizon Center.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's very cool.
It'll be very exciting, and then the 4th of July is, of course, on Wednesday. We'll just celebrate the 4th of July right here in DC right after camp. So an exciting week coming up.
Very awesome. All right, 69-60 as we start the fourth quarter. Bobbitt, Wisdom Hilton, Novacell, Snow, and Quinn, the starting 5 for the Mystics.
And this
10
is
to shoot. Turnaround, Jay. Quinn can't get it to fall down. There's Riley's in there for the first time, so Corey Gaines really trying to find some minutes for her backups just to give some rest to their depleted team.
Right.
Bonner cut off.
And Riley only plays about 10 minutes a game.
And there is Houston, and she has picked it up in this second half. She's got 21 points to lead all scores.
Well, she is just so aggressive, and it looks effortless. She's not rah-rah after she makes a shot. It's very businesslike, just getting it done.
Down to 7, Mystics lead. Snow Jumper in and out. Look at Wisdom Hilton keep it alive, and she knocks it out of bounds, though, so it's Phoenix ball. Mystics led by as many as 15. The Mercury have never led in this game.
And the Mystics need to keep it that way by playing good defense, and they've done a good job of communicating and rotating to the ball and rebounding well. I think rebounding is a huge part of the end of defense. And the Mystics have a 6 rebound advantage, 7 now with that one by Snow.
She cleans the glass. She's got 6 rebounds. 8.5 to play, 4th quarter. Mystics trying to snap a 5-game skid. There's Snow guarded by Thomas on the skip. Novosel. Jumper hard off the iron. Quinn keeps it alive, tips it out. They'll reset.
Great hustle play by Quinn to tip it out, and Bobbitt staying poised with the reset.
It's Novosel's first miss of the night. Quinn gets the entry pass, misses the layup.
Oh, Bobbitt just got nailed with a screen by Houston, and that did not look good at all.
And Riley will shoot 2 as Snow hit her on the way up, but Bobbitt is down, and Naveen Hederachi, the Mystics trainer, out to check on Bobbitt. 20-second timeout called by the Mystics. Will keep it right here. She didn't see that one coming
at all. And Houston didn't move at all, and Bobbitt ran right into her. We've got to call out the screen, but that's tough when everyone's running back. She's holding her head, which is not good. Natasha Lacey is already out with concussion-like symptoms for Washington.
All right, fans, is your group interested in playing hoops on the main court at Verizon Center, singing the national anthem, or participating in a fan tunnel? Mystics group tickets start as low as $10 each. Call 1-877-DC-HOOP1 or visit WashingtonMystics.com to purchase group tickets today. As Bobbitt is up, looks a little shaken from that hit, and she'll be helped off the court. And her return might be questionable, but knowing her and the fight that she has, she would love to come back if she's permitted to. And right now she's just, as you can see, rubbing her head as we take another look.
Well, right here is a different angle, and you can just see her head snap back, and she just automatically goes straight down to the ground. And you never like to see injuries like that, but you see it a lot in basketball with those screens.
And the fact that Houston's elbow was right there too, knocked her flat on her face, so we'll see how she can recover, and hopefully for the Mystics quickly, as Riley's going to be shooting 2 free throws here. Okay, the lead can be cut down to 5 with 8:02 left. First offering is good. Mystics had 50 points at halftime, so their production limited in the second half. As Phoenix, like Corey Gaines, their head coach, told our Casey Phillips, we got to play a little bit better defense.
Right, and get some shots to fall. You know, they want to put a lot of points on the board, and even within their personnel group that they have because of the injuries, you might think, well, they want to slow the pace. They want to play under control, but they want to get up and down the floor.
Quinn off the curl, short. Good hustle from Langhorne and Novosel, but they can't corral it. Phoenix the other way. Got a chance to cut this lead down even further. 7.5 to play. Riley, hounded, throws it away. Looking for Thomas, turns it over. The Mystics get a good stop there. There's Langhorne on the kick. Quinn needed that one, and she gets it to fall.
Noelle Quinn with a much-needed bucket for Washington. Phoenix averages 78 points a game. So the Mystics have done a good job defensively thus far.
71-64, Quinn now with 14 points. There's Houston, watch out. The distance, can't get the fall down. Thomas with the offensive rebound. Power dribble, can't finish. And it's knocked out of bounds by Phoenix. And it is Mystics ball.
Nice hustle play. You can see that Phoenix and their attention to detail on the offensive glass has picked up, but they weren't able to make Washington pay on that play.
So Snow, Thomas, Langhorne, Novosel, and Quinn in there. So trying to close this ball game out. Left wing Quinn. It's a screen from Langhorne. Another one, yes. 16 now for Quinn.
Well, Quinn just needed a little bit of space to get that shot off. She was looking to pass it, but saw that the defense had dropped off, so she shot that one.
Prahalis is back in there. Bonner. Good block by Snow. 2-on-1 the other way. Quinn ahead to Novosel. Missed it, but she got hit, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. Prahalis got whistled for the reach. And the Mystics trying to get their lead back to double digits.
Well, Washington's secondary break has been paying dividends as you see Quinn with the full court bounce pass to Novosel, who just misses. She's made 2 of those runouts this evening.
First offering's good from Novosel. She's got 9 points. Trying to get into double figures. One more coming. And she makes them both. 10-point lead, 6 to go, 4th quarter. Prahalis looking to break down Thomas. Double teamed. Langhorne with the steal. Off to Quinn. And they'll slow it up. Oh, Bonner picked the pocket of Thomas, tracks it down, and steps through with the lay-in. That is just a great individual effort. What can you say from Bonner?
It was. That was a tremendous defensive effort. But Jasmine Thomas, I think, maybe thought it was going to be over and back and didn't run for the ball. So Bonner had 2 steps on her before she started going for it.
Snow. Quinn. Can she do it again? Yes, she can.
Noelle Quinn has come up huge, and she's been the missing component offensively for Washington.
She's got 18. Mystics back up by 11. Worley hounded by Langhorne. And then she gets hit by Snow. Timeout on the court, 4th quarter, 4:57 left. Mystics and the mighty Quinn doing her very best to help the Mystics put away Phoenix. Quinn knocking down shots. She's got 18 points to lead DC. Mystics with an 11-point lead, under 5 minutes to play, and a lot has to do with the play of Noelle Quinn really carrying the Mystics here in this 4th quarter.
Well, she's come up huge all game, 7 of 16 from the floor for 18 points. You see Crystal Langhorne gets double team, finds Quinn on the outside, and she sticks the jump shot, and right here, the pick and roll with Langhorne. She spins, the defense bumps off of her. She creates space and knocks down the jumper. And right here, Snow tangled up at the high post. Gets it out to Quinn, who sticks another one. She's got 18 points tonight. 24 is her career high. She's right on pace to beat that.
See her numbers, 18 and 4, as Worley to the line to shoot 2. And misses it. Mystics' largest lead of the night was 15. Langhorne's got 15. Quinn, as we just talked about, is 18. Novosel with 10. Splits a pair. The lead is 10 with just under 5 to play. 4th quarter. Langhorne got the step, scoring. +1.
Well, that time Avery Worley was not ready for the speed of Crystal Langhorne along the baseline. Langhorne with a move out of her back pocket here, squares up with that reverse pivot and gets right into the body of Avery Worley, who could do nothing right there. finding herself out of position after she gave up the baseline.
So one coming for Langhorne now with 17 points, 5 rebounds. Make it 18.
A strong showing for Crystal Langhorne. Averages 16 points on the season. Just very consistent piece for Washington.
There's Houston. She's got 21. Now to Bonner with 20. Good defense from Snow. Uh-oh, Houston got free and scores it.
Wow.
She's got 24 now. That's her 4th three-pointer.
Well, Houston is being a tremendous team leader right now, supplying the offensive power for Phoenix.
Snow will answer off the ball fake.
Well, she's usually a jump shooter, but that time got something on the move.
Houston barrels through, throws up a wild shot. There's Snow with the rebound. The Mystics want to eat some clock here. 3:56 left. 12-point lead.
Well, now Washington needs to be smart. They've had 2 issues all season, slow starts and then giving up leads at the end. They fixed the first one this game, but now they have to finish.
That was a force from Quinn. Bonner, watch out. Throws up a 3, and Snow with another rebound. Her 8th of the night.
And after games, you hear what the players say. Oh, the 8-second call.
8-second violation on Thomas. Not a good turnover. That's the 14th of the evening. But yeah, as soon as that clock hits 16, it's automatic. So maybe Phoenix has one less push in them.
No, absolutely they do. They scored in a furious fashion in their victory over Washington in Phoenix. Washington had a 5-point lead with 2.5 minutes left as Novosel gets the steal.
4-on-2, and then she almost throws it away. Trudy Lacey says, calm down. 19 seconds to shoot, but quick hands from the rookie.
Right here, you see Novosel trying to get the ball back to the middle, which you're supposed to do, but it was a little bit late. You want to get to the middle of the court by half court. The top of the key, you have to go ahead and finish in the lane that you're in.
Quinn, Thomas, 13 to shoot. Langhorne, cut off. Great defense from Bonner. Couldn't get it off with that right hand. Under 3 to play. Bonner to Hornbuckle. Phoenix looks like they're just looking for threes now, down by 12. Bonner's gonna step through. Shot blocked by Snow. Bonner's not hustling back, she wanted a foul.
Snow has been giving Bonner the blues defensively. She's right there with her at 6'5".
Langhorne, score it. Lead is 14.
Langhorne with the nice finish on the spin move, looking to score in the paint.
Houston the other way. Tip-up's no good by Thomas. And with the Mystics leading by 14, they've just got to be smart. And wide open is Snow. Phoenix gassed at this point. They want a timeout. We'll take one as well. Mystics 86-70. Couldn't be a better time to have their largest lead of the night. That's where it stands with 2:07 left. Michelle Snow with a nice block baseline. Can the Mystics close out? We'll find out. .207 left, fourth quarter. Mystics up now 16 points, largest lead of the afternoon. All right, fans, celebrate the Mystics' 15th anniversary season this summer at Verizon Center by purchasing season tickets, which start at just $99. You'll receive great benefits, including a complimentary Mystics t-shirt, an opportunity to purchase tickets for the USA basketball doubleheader at Verizon Center later this month, and much more. Call 877-DC-HOOP1 or visit WashingtonMystics.com today. All right, Phoenix with 2:07. They've got one last gas maybe left in them, but this is from start to finish has been the Mystics' ball game. They have led comfortably most of the way and really has been the much better team. But Thomas scores with 1:54 left. Chance to make it a three-point play.
Well, it looked like Thomas could have gotten away with an extra step as Prahalis crosses over Jasmine Thomas, Crystal Thomas's former teammate at Duke. She finishes there along the baseline with the reverse off the glass.
So she's got one coming.
Crystal Thomas and Jasmine Thomas won back-to-back ACC titles at Duke for Joanne P. McCauley. A great tandem. Karima Christmas was
That's right.
the triplet, if you will, the big three for Duke.
13-point lead. Curry just checked back in. Layup is good. No basket, offensive foul.
Right here you see the double team. Langhorne reverses it, that extra pass for Curry, who gets it to go. And she was called for the charge.
13-point lead. One last push maybe, but time is running out. Prahalis switched out. Off the glass, scores it.
Prahalis is so tough. There's no quit in her. She's going to fight to the end.
Leads down to 11. Thomas in there running the point. Bobbitt. And look at that scoop shot. Can't get it to fall down. And Langhorne scores. And that'll probably do it. Bobbitt perhaps could have a concussion. We're getting hit in the head. We hope that she's all right, but she's not coming back in this one.
Yep.
The Mystics have this one in hand.
Bobbitt with a headache. So that's always a concern.
Hornbuckle. And they throw it away, does Phoenix. And that will do it. As Robinson will check in for Snow. 10 points, 9 rebounds. On a solid afternoon for Michelle Snow.
And Michelle Snow did a good job defensively on Bonner. And even though Bonner had 20 points, they were difficult. She was 7 of 22 this evening. So a good job all the way around for Michelle Snow.
Langhorne, oh, we got a whistle away with 33.8 seconds left. So 2 shots coming up, but this is a big win for the Mystics. Boy, did they need this one. They've lost 5 in a row. That thing is over. They can start focusing on winning some consecutive games now with a 3-10 record.
Right, and Washington hasn't lost 6 in a row since last August, where they had a string of 9 games that they lost.
Not shooting now, Novosel with 17 to shoot. Deep 3 is no good. Houston, step through lay-in. They whistle a foul to extend the game. But the next game for the Mystics is this Friday against San Antonio. Chance to make it 2 in a row. So Houston to the line to shoot 2. She's got 24. But good for the Mystics to take advantage of a team without all of its firepower and not giving them any real hope in this one. I mean, this was from the jump to now, Christie, it was all Mystics.
Right, and you think about a player like Diana Taurasi, who won 2 championships in Phoenix in 07 and 09, 5-time All-Star, 7-time first-team player, and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. That's a huge part of your team. And she's headed to London in a couple of weeks. She has a hip flexor that's kept her out of all but 2 games for Phoenix.
Novosel got fouled with 2 seconds left. All the Mystics had to do was hold it and dribble out the clock, but Novosel will shoot 3 with 2 seconds left with an 11-point lead. So Novosel to shoot 3. Novosel quite a afternoon, 10 points.
Well, she's had a great game today, coming in playing with a lot of confidence. That 3 of 10 game on Friday. Having the confidence to come back and play strong and smart.
Yeah, two more coming. So Phoenix will drop to 4-10, and the Mystics will improve to 3-10. As Novosel makes 2 out of 3, and that's going to do it. The Mystics get back in the win column. 90-77. Big home win on this Sunday afternoon in the nation's capital. Langhorne had 22 points. Noel Quinn was big off the bench. Phoenix, 26 from Houston, 20 for Bonner, 20 from Prahalis, but in the end, a good team effort by the Mystics.
Well, it was a strong showing by Sade Houston, tying a career high with 26 for Phoenix. But Natalie Novosel and Noel Quinn combining for 30 points was huge for the Mystics' success today.
A little bit of some words between the two teams going down here. Robinson had to be restrained by her teammates. Not exactly sure why, but the Mystics are going to be the victorious team here with the last word. All right, let's go on over to Casey Phillips, standing by with Natalie Novosel.
All right, we're here with Natalie, and we had a special guest, but it looks like she's leaving. All right, so Natalie, this is a huge win for you guys. I know each game is important, but when it's been off a lot, 5-game losing streak, what does it really do for you guys?
Just a really good win, especially here at home for the fans, get them to come back to more games and be a 6th man for us. I think it was just a great team win, and really needed it to go forward in this before this Olympic stretch.
And you came up huge offensively as well as the team as a whole. What do you think really helped you guys click on that area?
You know what? I think it was the team effort. Like, we were just really clicking there. The second group that came in, we really played well as a team, and we were that energy group, and we were able to show that tonight.
All right, thanks so much, and congratulations. Frank, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Casey. Good final score tonight. The Mystics beat the Mercury 90-77. We'll be back with some closing thoughts in a moment. Mystics snap that skid. They're back in the win column with a 13-point victory.